I no longer fear death. What happens between being given the anesthesia and sleeping? I was like, I want to see actually what happens. Theaters are usually cold. I don't know what happens there, but the theaters are super cold. Hello and welcome to Christy's World. My name is Christine from Christy's World, and I am glad that you clicked on this video. As the topic suggests, I want us to talk about theater experiences. I don't know if you've had any theater experiences. Just feel free to comment in the comment section, and let us share the experiences. I have several experiences in theater, and I'll be glad to share them today. I know some people, maybe some are scared by the thought of just being in the theater. No, it's quite a scary maybe moment, but we shall discuss that after this intro. Let's do it this way. I'll give 3 experiences that I've had in the theater, and for each experience I might as well show you the scar from the theater experience. I've been to theater at least 4 times in the last 6 or 7 years. Oh, is that a lot? I don't know. We never plan our lives. We never plan the misfortunes that happen in our lives. So first of all, let me say, I'm not doing this video to attract any pity or anything close to that. But I realized from like talking to different people, there are people who've never been to theater and they're even so scared of the whole experience. And they are even curious to know what happens when you go for an operation. And these are the kind of operations that, you know, you're put into deep sleep. Those are the ones that people are most scared of. Basically, I'll just be speaking as a pro. My latest theater experience was in August last year. That is less than 5 months ago. And it was at Aga Khan Hospital, and I had a laparoscopy. So I know some of you are familiar with what a laparoscopy entails, but it is a procedure that is not so much intrusive in the sense that you don't get actual cuttings in your, nothing is cut open in your body, on your skin, but they use needles, they insert needles and tubes to check whatever the doctors are trying to look for, diagnose it, and try to treat it if possible. So that is the latest theater experience that I've had. And the reason I went for laparoscopy is because I have endometriosis. Yeah. Endometriosis is a condition where the uterine, is a condition where the endometrium, the tissue that surrounds the uterus, that makes up the uterine wall, grows in any other part of the body that is not the uterus. That is what is called endometriosis, and it has different types of it named differently depending on the part of your organs where the endometrium tissue has been found. So mine was in the ovaries. So that's why I had the procedure, so that the doctor can be able to, at least try to treat it, because it was a bit of an advanced stage and I actually needed a laparoscopy. So not everyone needs a laparoscopy maybe for endometriosis, but you may need one, because especially to be able to control the pain during your menses and to be able to increase your chances in fertility. That is laparoscopy for you. The insert, as you can see the marks, the insert, the apparatus, needles and tubes and all that, and they monitor it on a screen. The images are sent to a screen where they are able to see what's inside and correct where possible and do the operations and do everything that they need to do to help the patient feel better. My next theater experience was in December of 2018. And it is related to what finally made me to come to later now do the laparoscopy last year. in December of 2018, I had an hemorrhagic cyst on my ovaries. But at that point, I didn't know that it's because of endometriosis. I had not been diagnosed with endo, and I didn't know. It came like an emergency. I was like in pain, so much pain. And one of my, there was an endometrioma. Now later I came to know that that was an endometrioma that had burst, and now I was bleeding and I was in too much pain. So when I went to the hospital, I was rushed to the theater and I had an operation. Remember, at that point, the doctor that was operating on me didn't know that I have endometriosis. He only was operating, he realized that I have an hemorrhagic cyst from the scan that was done. So he didn't diagnose me with anything at that point. He just treated he just corrected what was making me be in pain and to bleed. The scars from that operation are they are deep down. It's like a CS scar. So I know some of you know how a CS scar looks like. Mine is the similar one, exact scar that you get from giving birth through a cesarean section. So it's a bit, if I show you, I'll end up exposing my nakedness. So it's quite below. It's below the marks that I was showing you from my laparoscopy procedure. So yeah, it's a cut. And that one was more intrusive. It was a really intrusive procedure that also took me quite a while to really get well and go back to my normal life. My last theater experience that I'm going to talk about is one that I've probably mentioned in previous videos, and that is this procedure here. I had my thyroid taken out in May or June of 2016, and that was my first ever theater experience. I had my thyroid taken out, and I think I've talked about that before. I don't have any a thyroid gland, and yeah, I have to take the medication that compensates for the functions of a thyroid. If you don't know the functions of a thyroid, you can check it up on Google and you'll be able to get information about it. Those are my three main experiences. If you have any experience, just share in the comment section below. If you're loving this video so far, before I come back with the real experiences in the operation room, just remember to give this video a thumbs up so that you can help it reach more people, and maybe a lot more people can be able to learn something from watching this video.